There are different ways we can get sick or hurt if we don't work with food the right way. There may be bugs on the fruits and vegetables. These bugs are very small. We can't even see them with our bare eyes. To see these bugs, we would need a strong microscope. Even though we can't see them on the produce, it doesn't mean that they aren't there. We call these bugs microorganisms. We use the word micro because that means very small. And we use the word organism because that word means living. So microorganism is just a fancy way to describe them as small living things. Most microorganisms are actually good for us, but there are three main types that are harmful. The first type is called bacteria. Bacteria are very small living creatures that can live just about anywhere. In the garden, they can be in the soil, on the skins of fruits and vegetables, in the water, or even on the tools we use. We have to make sure to clean the fruits well so the bad bugs aren't on our fruits and vegetables. A few examples of bad bacteria that we might find in the garden are E. coli, Listeria monocytogenes, and Salmonella. All of these bacteria can make us sick and affect us in different ways. Another type of microorganism we have to watch out for is called a virus. Viruses are similar to bacteria, but they are even smaller. An example of a common type of virus is called norovirus. Norovirus can be spread throughout the garden by not washing our hands. The last type of microorganism is called a parasite. Parasites are larger than bacteria and viruses, but we still can't see them with our eyes. When working in the garden, parasites can be found in the soil. One type of parasite that can make us sick is called Toxoplasma gondii. This parasite is also associated with cat litter. We need to remember that all three of these types of bad bugs can be found naturally in our garden, so we have to be sure to take safety measures so we don't eat them and get sick.
Many people might eat the food from our garden. When working around food, we have to think about our immune systems. Our immune system is a part of our body that helps us fight off bad microorganisms. However, some people have stronger immune systems than others. Someone with a weak immune system might not be able to fight off the bad microorganisms as well as those with a very strong immune system. It is very important that we make sure our fruits and vegetables are clean and safe for everybody who eats them.
When we work in the garden, we also have to think about chemicals that may be applied on the crops to protect them from insects, weeds, and disease-causing organisms. Chemicals can be a very helpful tool in the garden. However, if we don't use them correctly, they can make us sick. While chemicals are a helpful tool, they are not required to produce a healthy crop. Chemicals must be applied according to the label on the container and should always be applied by an adult. Chemicals should be stored in a locked storage area, and we need to make sure to use caution when around them. The final thing we should be aware of and avoid are sharp objects that might be found in the garden, such as broken glass, sharp sticks, stones, rocks, and metal pieces. It's important to protect ourselves from these items by wearing gloves while working in the garden. If you see sharp objects, make sure to contact a teacher or an adult so they can get rid of them. Do not try to remove these items from the garden by yourself. Also, remember, garden tools are not toys, and some can be sharp and dangerous if not handled correctly. The only time you should use these tools is while gardening. Now we are going to take a quick quiz about the different things we learned that can make us sick or hurt while we are in the garden. This quiz will have 10 questions. See if you can remember all the important steps you need to know when identifying dangers in the garden. Good luck!